Okay, I'm so glad that the thing that I saw on the internet was actually true.
I don't think I'm gonna get my groceries in time. Sorry, I know that this is not
Get the hot
Pokemon
honey.
related, but I'm getting the hot honey. All right. I'm a little concerned
You
at the
got
moment.
18 minutes.
I don't even know when the cutoff is, but I'm worried. I'm starting to get a little worried about it.
Yeah, that's actually you should finish that pretty quickly.
The store closes at 10.
Oh, that's not as bad. It's a little before 9, so you're probably fine. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, I forgot about wild Pokemon being a thing. I forgot that repels are a thing. Could use a repel. That would be great.
We love a repel.
That would make my life just better.
Instead of making your Pokemon hate you every time you run away from a battle, you know.
Right. I don't have to betray
Too bad
them. They don't have to take 7 million years. You know. It's good.
It's too bad. It's too
a good
bad that you don't
trade-off.
care about them. You know.
What?
It's too bad that you don't love them.
The Pokemon here are high leveled than. God.
Look at the good boy.
Then Lapras. Lapras is
He's
not
a good
very high
boy.
level.
Lapras hates her guts right now.
Lapras, I'm gonna disappoint more, even more.
Oh
What
my
is
God.
over here? This is
Yeah.
the exit. Great.
Growlithe.
More Growlithe.
Yeah.
Maybe some Coughings. I guess 34 is pretty high up on the level cap because that was the only Pokemon that we saw. So I was trying to generate more, and they were not. They were not up to Lapras's level. It's a Weezing.
I have
That's
another
why.
food-related question for you.
Yeah, 37. Holy crap.
It's a Weezing. It's like me over here, Wheezy.
Easy boy. What's the food-related question?
Oh, what's the best kind of chip?
For what application?
Okay, great follow-up question. No dipping, no scooping. I'm just regular, like fresh out the bag chip.
Tortilla.
Did you just say tortilla?
Yeah, if you're just eating chips. Wait, okay, hold on. Are you using these in cooking in any way, shape, or form?
No!
Okay, then not tortilla. Then, I mean, sour...
I think you're overcomplicating this a little bit.
Well, okay. I have a hierarchy.
No, clearly. I mean, you put some thought into this, some work.
It's, so if you're cooking, it's tortilla chips, 100%. What?
Sure.
Yeah. If you're going to just use dip, you want plain chips, or you want sour cream and onion.
Yes.
You don't want any additional flavors.
If
If you're just snacking on chips out of the bag, then a lot of people go with barbecue.
That should have been my question.
Okay. Then a lot of people go with barbecue. I personally am a big salt and vinegar guy. It's one of those things. I like burning sensations in my mouth that are not temperature related. So acid.
Yeah, clearly.
So acid and spice are things that I go for. But yeah, that's my answer.
So I've flip-flopped over the years. I used to like a good cracked like the Cape Cod sea salt and cracked pepper. Like that's been a favorite of mine. I know a lot of people that live and die by dill or the all dressed. Sour cream and onion is good. Salt and vinegar, just plain old salt and vinegar. Barbecue is great. What are we forgetting? Well, then you've got the Doritos, and you've got the cheese. You've got the Cool Ranch.
I mean, I'm a big Takis guy, also, just because again, spice, right?
Spice. Yeah.
Big fan of the Blue
Fuego.
Fuego.
You sick, twisted man.
Look, it's good.
Wait, Lay's has a sweet and spicy honey.
Huh.
What?
Maybe that takes the place of your hot honey. I don't know what you're doing with the hot honey, actually, so maybe it doesn't. But...
Don't you worry about what I'm doing with my hot honey.
Wait, I didn't use another repel.
You'll know when it's time for you to know.
Oh. That's actually very exciting to me.
Oh! I was expecting that to go in a very different direction, but...
No, literally just use the repel.
Nice.
I think Lapras is
then we
like
gotta get
literally
smart
the
moves.
minimum level possible. I think I just got really lucky that nothing else showed up. Oh
Yeah, probably.
my god.
Well, I mean, if anything,
Ow.
I mean, this is what keeps the game interesting or like fresh. You know, when you stagger adding Pokemon to your party, as opposed to all of them getting over leveled early, especially when you're battling all the trainers, you get to like when you add Pokemon in late, you get to like things stay interesting. They stay competitive. And I mean, you're still going to get messed up by every water type trainer that you come across.
We'll be fine. I
Um,
just need to actually be using Venusaur like at the beginning instead of like being like, oh, let's switch train. Because right now I'm trying to switch train Lapras, and like Lapras is
I know,
basically past the point of switch training. But
which also keeps things more interesting.
yeah, I mean, Carrot
And
is
there's
really, really well positioned against basically any water type. Truly, like even things that are going to use ice type attacks, it has such high special that I'm just not worried about it. And I feel like the ability, as long as Razor Leaf hits, the fact that it basically almost always crits in this generation because Generation 1 is broken, and also the fact that like Carrot has a very high special, I'm totally fine with this. I think he can
yeah.
tank, especially like when we get to Lorelei. Like Cloyster is, I think Cloyster has Aurora Beam, and oh my god, this is not.
It's scary.
I should stop using repels. Um, literally, use a repel, take one step, get an encounter. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm
it's-
sure they're helping you like to some extent, a little bit, but yeah,
maybe.
probably not worth it.
I think Lapras is literally the lowest possible encounter rate level. But like I'm the only one that I'm kind of worried about on Lorelei's team. I mean, I guess yeah, Dugong is also ice type, right? Like the point is that she's an ice type trainer. I genuinely was thinking that she's a
Yeah,
water type trainer. But that's wrong. She has a bunch of water ice types and then a water psychic type for some reason.
for some reason. Well, I mean, well, the thing about water type Pokemon, like, has always been true, is that like even if they're not, dual type, and like most of them can learn ice type moves,
Yeah.
which is very scary. Especially if you're, counter to a water type Pokemon is a grass type Pokemon. Um, which again is why I think a strong electric type Pokemon is a very important thing. But I understand the no legendary thing. Understand.
Zapdos would be
So
very
cool.
strong.
So cool.
It would be very, very strong.
So cool. Sorry, maybe I'm just a Zapdos fanboy at heart. I don't even think I knew that about myself, but we're learning something.
Yeah,
today.
that's interesting. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know.
I feel like Zapdos is the only of the three birds that I actually used growing up.
Yeah,
like
because the rest of them suck.
it's true.
Okay, all right. Wow, I'm like, wow. Clearly, there's some deep-rooted,
You're
there's
really,
some stuff here.
really
I gotta like
passionate.
work through. Well, I don't. Zapdos is cool. Thunder, Thunderbolt, Drill Peck. I think any Pokemon that can learn Drill Peck for whatever reason, like, does something for me. It gets the people going.
I mean, yeah, Drill
I think
Peck is an insane attack, and Thunderbolt is also an insane attack. I mean, Thunder is not nearly as good, but it's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun. But I just never used Articuno or Moltres because, like, they were out of the way. Like, truly, that was the reason. Is, like, it was harder to get to
Yeah,
them.
well, they are. Well, yeah, I think that's the other thing. Zapdos is just very accessible. Like as soon as you get Surf, right, you can go get Zapdos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. As soon as you get Surf and in... Well, I guess
I don't even
technically.
remember where Moltres is.
Moltres is different in this generation and in the third generation. In this generation, it's in Victory Road. And in the third
Really?
generation, yeah, it's very strange. It's like there's a point at which you pass by it as you're as you're leaving. It's just like, oh hey, there's a legendary bird. But in the third generation, it's in the Sevi Isles.
Yes. Yes. Or in the second gen, you mean?
Third gen. I don't know where it is in the second.
Hoenn?
Fire red and leaf green.
Oh, yes, technically Gen 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then I don't remember where it is in the second generation. I don't remember where the can you get you can get them, right?
Yeah, you can get
You can get all of the Pokemon.
Yeah, Lugia, Ho-Oh, all three birds, Mewtwo.
All three beasts.
That's why like Gen 2 is like and all three beasts. That's why Gen 2 is like so cool.
Because it's truly just
the remakes, the remasters, Heart Gold, Soul Silver are just out of this world. Oh.
That was level 32. That would have been prevented if I had
Right.
Oh, crap. Oh, I went down the wrong way. I think. God, no. This was another level 32. Now I'm just gonna be like,
you can do this
anytime. Oh, okay. No, I went the right way. Never mind. I'm good. But I'm getting an encounter every 3 seconds. I'm on the Ditto layer. Because this is the only place in the mansion where you can get Dittos. But you can get Dittos in a whole bunch of different places outside of this. Like, hello. Hello.
How's my grocery cart? $172 right now.
Too many chips.
I'm sorry, I'm not, no, don't you start with me.
You're like, what if I just get, okay, here's the tortilla chips, here's the salt and pepper, here's the barbecue chips, here's the...
Oh no, I missed the delivery window.
Oh no.
No.
Wait, how much is the delivery on it?
What's that?
How much is the delivery on it? Oh, you missed the delivery window. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now you and your roommates will just have to go grocery shopping together. You'll have a good time.
Now I'm just never gonna be able to eat. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine.
I feel like maybe you should go grocery shopping. I feel like that might be good for you as a human being.
Nah. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'll just DoorDash some garbage and spend more money, and the cycle can continue to perpetuate.
Mm. Gotcha.
Anyways, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make this a food episode, a kitchen episode.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'll take a kitchen episode.
Oh, look at the good boys.
I know. So nice, so friendly, so warm, so sad that
cuddly.
that they do not have many useful attacks.
Like just none,
Yeah.
none at all.
And that they lose access to the very few attacks that they have as soon as they evolve, but they're not really useful until they evolve. And it's just Gen 1 is just really mean to certain Pokemon.
Isn't this game just designed so well?
It's so mean to certain Pokemon.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
But you get cool stuff like this.
But you get cool stuff.
Like a Lapras just being handed to you for some reason. Oh.
Yeah, just for funsies. I mean, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. The gift Pokemon are pretty good in this generation. Like Eevee, I mean Eevee is in a lot of... Is that in every generation? Wait. I watched a video recently.
Nearly.
I think I watched a video recently where a person went through every single game. They speed ran getting Eevee in every Pokemon game.
Is that real? Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Is this a new speedrunning category I haven't heard of before?
It was great.
That's fantastic.
It was like, this person does a bunch of series. I genuinely, I'm really sad that I forget what the name of their channel is, but they just do they have a series where they're just speedrunning getting every type in each generation, or in each game. I don't know that it's each generation. I think it's each game because it does change what you can get, especially for types. But yeah, very very good. They did a speedrunning EV one, and that was, I think the only game you couldn't get it in was Let's Go Pikachu.
Wait a minute. Now that you say that, Let's Go Eevee. Fastest speed run ever?
Yes, is literally just like start the game.
I love that. That's fantastic. Oh my lord. Do you have a favorite PokeTuber, or have you had a favorite PokeTuber in the past?
I mean, does Small Ant count as a PokeTuber? Because he doesn't exclusively
that's a great
do
question.
Pokemon.
I don't think he would call himself a PokeTuber, just because he does so many other things. That's a good one. That is a good one. Because Smallland is good. I mean, his Pokemon, knowledge and the challenges and the the ROMs that they, or that he plays over there is pretty cool. Or they are pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think I would count him as a PokeTuber.
Okay. Then probably M&J TV.
M&J TV.
Yeah. Are you familiar with him? I don't know if there are multiple people on this channel. I've only ever seen videos with the
sounds familiar. But yeah, let me look it up. Oh, look, there's Balatro right on the homepage. It's almost like I've been watching and playing that game obsessively. Weird.
It's almost like Balatro.
Have you played Balatro yet?
I've not played it myself. No. I've heard it's very very good.
All right, well, Mr. Cool Guy over here, Mr. Slay the Spire first run winning Cool Guy, you have to play Balatro. That's your new thing. You're gonna play it. You're gonna love it.
I'm gonna exclusively play Balatro.
What's that?
I'm gonna exclusively play Balatro. Blizzard.
Yes, from now on. That's.
I knew that these were good.
Yeah,
things.
your whole channel is about to become a Balatro channel.
Blizzard and Solar Beam. Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good.
Are we doing Solar Beam on Carrot?
I don't think so, because I mean.
So we don't have the setup, right?
What was the whole thing with the sunny day?
Weather doesn't exist in this generation.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll put away. Oh no! I always press the wrong button.
JTV. 2.3 million subscribers. Okay, cool.
He's pretty big. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh no. Granted,
yeah.
I don't know many small PokeTubers. I only know one. That is this Australian guy who is, I think he's making a living Dex. I have no more room for items. Are you kidding me?
Yet again. Here we go again.
No, I have no more room for items in the items storage.
Stop.
I didn't know that was possible.
I'm just start selling stuff. Wait, is this where we hard cut to a break because we have to sell a whole bunch of stuff?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. We have to sell some stuff.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, we don't know yet. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Well, we could also probably use some stuff. Like we could use some like proteins, carbos, calcium. I don't remember what. Protein, carbos, calcium, and iron. I forget what does what.
Oh goodness. Carbos is speed. Protein
is attack.
Iron is defense. Protein is either HP or attack. No, I don't think it's a. Hold on. What are the rest of them? I can do this. I can do this. I just need to.
Because it's protein, speed, attack, defense,
zinc,
special.
And then there's zinc.
HP,
Zinc
right.
would be special. Carbos is speed. Iron is defense. So yeah, I guess protein would be attack, right?
Maybe.
Protein,
Wow, Ninetales looks really cool in this gen. I've never seen a Ninetales look like that.
protein increases attack.
Protein is attack.
Ninetales. Oh, Ninetales does look nice. That's kind of cool. I love me a nine-tailed fox. I'm a big Naruto guy.
Never got really into Naruto. I watched the first
No?
couple of episodes, but it's also one of those things. It's not One Piece daunting, but it's pretty daunting to like.
It is daunting, and Naruto falls into the trap that so many shonens fall into, where they just start recycling filler at like certain points, and it like unfortunately a lot of those points happen to be on like important, like emotional beats, and you're just like, I've seen this clip 7,000 times, like, and it just kind of takes you out of it.
Oh.
But the action and the animation, I would honestly say, I think are fantastic, both in OG Naruto and Shippuden. The animation, the message, and the values that the main characters instill and fight and argue over, I think are really, really, really important. But I mean, that also just comes with like wartime shows, or media in general. Like wartime, wars are fought over a lot of things, but generally speaking, they're fought over principle. And whether that be, religious or political or, identity, character, principle, like that is, the underlying thing for war or, battles on that kind of scale. Really, I think any fight.
I would
really.
I would add economic to that list.
Yeah.
I think economic.
But
is
I
a
mean,
big
I don't
one.
know. I might fit economic under political.
Okay.
I suppose they're not always tied together. Or maybe I would fit political under economic. I guess economic can have its own. Yeah.
It's adjacent to all of those, but it's different.
Yes.
Like.
No, I would agree.
Like.
Yeah. But yeah, like the theme between the two main characters of Naruto, Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha, are that they take two different paths to gaining power and strength, both to accomplish different ends. But then, as the show concludes, or comes to like the pivotal moments for these guys, they realize that their goals actually align. They've just gone about different ways, gaining powers and abilities to, get themselves to a place where they were strong enough to protect their ideals, is essentially like what it boils down to. Naruto has gained strength throughout his life by protecting his people and loving his community. And there was a community that shunned him and abandoned him for many years. And despite all of that, he never stopped loving his people and his community. And eventually he started winning them over one by one, by one, by one. And through that love and that community and his core group of friends, he ended up gaining a lot of, power and strength and skills. Sasuke, on the other hand, was like a natural and was always like accepted and envied and admired by his peers, but he decided to go about, and in part due to like his bloodline and family history and manipulation by some not so friendly people, but it essentially, like, he ended up, his path to power was focusing on himself, and literally abandoning or throwing to the wayside anyone, or in some cases killing the people that he cared the most about to gain power. So I mean, two different schools of thought, like strength in community or strength in sense of self are really the two fundamental conflicting identities. And I think that's a really important thing for a lot of people to see. It's helped me, like, at times when I think about, I mean, it's just a stupid shonen, right? It's about ninja with, magic powers that, use their, chakra or energy to, you know, cast what are essentially spells or, jutsus, but it's really just it's an identity clash. It's a battle for, their personal beliefs and their systems. And I won't spoil the ending, but there is one that, ultimately the story, indicates is stronger or superior.
Interesting. I mean, I would imagine, and this is entirely me stereotyping. I would imagine that it would probably be going towards Naruto. The stereotype being one based off of the name of the show, and two being oh my god, I'm trapped in this fire spin forever, and it's actually going to take me out. Two being the fact that it is a Japanese show. Oh my god, this has to be the max number of turns. Nope, this is the max number of turns, and Lapras is down. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
Pain.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But
Get good. Get good, Lapras.
What? Like, what? That was ridiculous. Anyway, right, it is a Japanese show, and Japanese, like, Far Eastern ideology. I mean, Japanese not quite as much as many of the other countries that are in the Far East, but Far Eastern ideology tends to really be about collectivism and the idea of power in community as opposed to power of the individual, which is a much more Western ideology.
Yes.
So I would assume that Naruto would be the character that's like the good guy. I also know from from just like the little that I have seen of the show and the little that I've like seen the interactions, that Naruto is A, the protagonist, and B, like generally considered to be like the good guy. I don't know about like later on in the show how that changes or what that is, but it's interesting, this like the concept of like I come from a society that completely shuns me and thinks that I am dirt, and then it's on me to work hard to get that society to recognize me as a useful member, as opposed to just like that's also like a different way of saying saying that that same story. I mean, it doesn't really go away from the collectivist ideal at all, but it's an interesting concept in that like whole clash of ideals, and that really is just the writer being like, I want to write a good story, I want to write an interesting thing,
right?
You have to start
I mean,
off
that's how you take like a ninja shonen, like, and turn it into like a compelling story that can last. That show was on the air for, I want to say, like 14 years, through its two different, incarnations. Original story Naruto and Shippuden. But I mean, you have to, like, you can write about ninjas doing cool things all day long, and it can be entertaining, but to make it a story, to build a fan base like that show has, and I mean, it spawned a sequel series too, which is garbage, but that's okay. Yeah, it's
wait, not Shippuden or yes, Shippuden?
Not Shippuden.
Not Shippuden.
Yeah, I don't know. Shippuden is technically a sequel, but I just consider it like the natural continuation of, the original story. And yes, that's what a sequel is, but no, I hate Boruto so much. It's like Naruto the Next Generation. It's Naruto's son and like his peers, and the show, unfortunately, in my opinion, doesn't it tries to recycle a lot of the tropes and themes that made Naruto successfully, or that made Naruto successful, but it's unfortunately, like, it's not doing it. It's doing it too quickly, I think, is the biggest problem. Like, we don't care about these characters enough. Like, we haven't watched them grow and learn and struggle and fail and succeed. So I mean the beats are kind of they're lost, or they're just not as powerful.
It's unearned.
And then on top of that, what's that?
It's unearned.
It's unearned, precisely. And on top of that, the creator of Naruto was not involved in the series for a relatively short period of time, but it was enough time for whoever was running the show to, or the show literally, but also just the series. There was enough time for them to derail it pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah, like they were killing off Naruto within like the first like year or two of production of the show, and it's everyone's like, nah, maybe don't do that.
Oh my god. That's insanity. That's like, well, I guess it's not insanity. It's just it's kind of ridiculous. Like,
I understand the idea, right? Like you want to like up the ante, up the stakes. Like this kid has to step out from the shadow of his father. Like blah blah blah. Like I understand it, but again, it just like it was too quick. Well, unfortunately that's the trap that I think a lot of, not just anime and shonens, but like media in general, like will follow when they're trying to do like a sequel or like a reboot. It's like, hey, we know this thing. We have to keep upping the ante. Like, no. I was, talking poorly about, filler earlier because it's obnoxious. But I mean, like, there is something to that. There's a reason that those beats are there, and you have to take the time to get to know characters. Yeah. So that they can earn their triumph, or so that you can really feel their failures. But that's just, from a creative standpoint.